Wow. I can barely see myself, but it's okay. I need my glasses desperately, but it's okay. I hope you guys can see me. Yeah, I desperately need my glasses. Are you on? I could not see to save my life right now. Yeah, she's on, and the other one is on. Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Marquis, and welcome to Marquis Really Reads. Today's video, I'm going to be finally talking about all the books that I've been reading the past 3 months. Now that I have officially moved into my house, and I've been here, I think, for 3 months now. Yeah, considering it's June, so 4 months. My bad, 4 months. Yes, I've been here for 4 months, and yeah, it's amazing. I love being myself. I love having like a whole house to myself. It's really like it's a different feeling. It really is. Scary sometimes, but not too bad. Not too bad. I hope everyone is well and everyone is safe. Everybody has been reading great books. If you are new here, are you guys new here? If anyone is new here, hi. Hi love, how are you? I hope you stick around. I'd love to have you here. And if you don't want, hi. So right, I have finally settled, and now I can kind of get back into the thick of things of reading. Unfortunately, I am somebody that it takes a while for me to get used to things. I am very afraid of change, even though I love the idea of it, and I love just like the concept of like having sort of no schedules or anything like that. I'm very much, I need it. I need it. I need it. Now it's been a month, and I finally figured out how to do things and how, just how to manage everything right now with my business and my home. It's just been a lot, and yeah, it's been very difficult. I told you guys before, it's been very difficult to just kind of like sit down and figure things out and sort of like film kind of like that. I've been able to do a couple of vlogs. Unfortunately, I did have like 3 vlogs that I had where I was like moving in and just kind of showing you the process of everything, but I scrapped all of that because it didn't make sense to me, considering this is a reading channel, and I was like, I don't think anyone wants to see this, right? As entertaining as I am, I'm very entertaining, honestly. I was like, there's no point to this. I'm not talking about any sort of book. I'm just like moving around and like figuring out where furniture's going. It's like, no. Maybe I could include it in a couple of other vlogs that I'm still reading some books for, but other than that, yeah, I've scrapped all of those 3 videos. Anyways, let's start. The first book that I did read, I hope you're on, guys. If things I did my introduction, right? I hope everyone is well, everyone is safe, and everyone has been reading good books. If you have, or if you are reading a great book, drop it down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to add it to my ever growing TBR. Ladies and gentlemen, the first book that I did read, I think it was in March, the beginning of March, was a book that honestly is one of my favorite books. Like, the whole year, or like, I don't know why, because I've never read this author before, because like I've heard some bad stuff about her, and I was like, I don't want to really read an awful person's book. But then I consider that so many people read Stephen King's books, and like nobody's boycotting him, right? Nobody's boycotting him, but because it's a female, it's like, she's told to smile even though she doesn't want to smile. Even though I think that's it. I don't know the other stuff that she has or has not done. That's none of my problem, bitch. As long as she hasn't done anything to me or to the people that I know and love and are friends with, honestly, it's not my problem. It's not a problem. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. Unless she comes for me, I would love it if she did, though. I just want to show off, what a bitch I can be. I want to have one really, really big thing, like something happened like on TikTok or something, just so I can show people what kind of a bitch I am. Like, sometimes I dream about it. I'm like, hey, if this person ever says something to me, the way I would come for them. I was just talking to a supervisor. No, he's the regional manager of this clothing store in South Africa, in Mr. Price. And those workers there, right? Cashiers, I don't know what you refer to them as, right? That staff there, right? They're being a cunt to me. So I was like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you who I am. And I did. And you shouldn't have done that, especially since I wasn't being mean. You know, I understand if I'm mean to you and then you mean to me. Then I'm like, okay, I get it. But if you mean to me and I haven't done anything, game on. Right? First book that I read is Bad Bishop by LJ Shen. This is an arranged marriage. It's a dark romance. It's an age gap. There's disability rip. Oh no, there is. Okay, no, there's no need for this. I mean, there is, because something she's faking, but then the other one she's not faking it. So it's like, but anyways, there's a disability rip. Okay. And it's a mafia romance. Okay, it's an Irish mafia romance. Isn't it Irish mob? I thought like mafia is like the Cosa Nostra and the Italians, and then the Russians is the Bratva, and the Irish is the Irish mob. Correct? You know what I figured out? Why did you call like black romance people, like black romance books, gangster romances? Isn't it a mafia? If you're gonna call everything mafia, let's call everything mafia, right? If you're gonna be like, oh, it's a Russian mafia or it's an Irish mafia or whatever, some people refer to things as that, even though it's not the technical meaning. But then when it comes to black people, it's a gang mob. They're gangbangers, and I'm like, there's a little racism there going on, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not here to fight anyone. But I do have a video of black mafia romances that I am planning on. I just want to read 2 or 3 more books, and then I can add a list. Okay, so this is by Rafaela. In Portuguese it's Rafaela, but she's not Portuguese, so I think it's Rafaela. They call her Lila. And Attorney Callahan. This book starts off with a very traumatic experience that Lily goes through, and as a result of that, she is forced to marry Turnin, and he is like, he is so screwed up in the head. It's not even, he's my favorite. I find him to be hilarious. He is so funny. The humor that I got in this book is my favorite type of humor. The way I was giggling and cackling and just like, he is hilarious. This is my favorite type of humor. I love dark humor. I don't like the sort of outrageous, in your face sort of humor like comedians. Like, I don't find comedians funny, right? But I do find like someone that has like a dark, twisted sort of mind. I'm just like, or sarcastic. I'm just like, oh, that's my thing. That's what I like. But I do like comedians, but it's not my favorite. It's like my top 2 favorite type of humor, right? I think it's the best way I can explain it. And as a result, she's forced to marry him. He's the firstborn. He, I don't want to say grew up. He did grow up in what do you call this? Some kind of camp, but like a bad camp. You know what I mean? What's it called? I forgot. What is it called? I forgot it. But it's like this camp for kids, and it was like, it's not a legal camp, like just bad stuff going on in there. This romance, I loved it. They just loved each other so much. She is like, sunshine is flown out of her ass. Like, that's what he thinks of her. He thinks she is the beginning of the night. Like, he's so cute. He calls her like his moonlight, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, it's so romantic. Who doesn't love a romantic man? I swear, romantic men are amazing. A man that yearns, it's amazing. It's amazing. And one of my favorite quotes is, protecting you is a compulsion at this point. I'd stop the night from falling if darkness scares you. Oh my goodness, I love it. I loved it. 5 stars. It's gonna be my favorite romance of this entire year. Literally, it's like top 2. I loved it so much. And then I read Finding My Bodyguard by A. Blossom. This is the first time I ever read this author. It is a mafia black romance. There's a curvy heroine. So this girl, Monroe Iris, she is a mafia princess, and her family arranges a marriage for her for this other guy. Just, you know, typical reasons why a mafia family wants to arrange for someone else. More power, blah 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 blah, right? And then there's a situation that occurs where the hero, not the heroine, the guy that she's supposed to marry, says he needs to go to get plastic surgery so she can become his dream girl, right? And then she does it, like she goes through the whole process, and then she meets her plastic surgeon, who ends up being the hero of this story. And he is also a former, I would say he was a capo. What do you call this when someone like a second and like the person is gonna be a capo again? Like, what do you call that person? I'm blanking. I'm blanking. I'm gonna be blanking a lot in this video. I apologize. I'm usually at the top of my game, but right now it's been a minute, so the terminologies have kind of flown out of my head. When like the dad is the capo, and then like the heir, there we go. But not really the heir, because it's more like, but you understand what I'm saying. You guys are smart, hey? You guys are smart. I trust that everyone that's watching this is very smart, so you know exactly what I'm saying. So he meets her. He's like, why are you here? She's like, oh no, I need to get surgery. He's like, but do you want to? And she's like, no, but I mean, I'm here now. And he's like, I'm not doing this. And then he ends up finding out that she's forced into this marriage, and he kidnaps her. Loose terminology, she went willingly. She was a willing participant. And they kind of, it's a novella, so it's fast paced. They kind of hide off in this island, and he's like, oh, okay, if you don't want to marry him, but I know you have to marry him, because if you do want to go back to your normal life, you will have to marry him, but you can't marry him if you're already married to me. You understand? So they get married, and then she kind of finds out that, oh, in fact, his family is the most wealthiest, the most powerful family, mafia family. So yeah, there's lots of drama, but it's so fun. And yeah, I liked it. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. And then the next book that I read is Mind for a Moment by Catharina Maura. This is the second book in the, what series is it? Is it like the Bittersweet series? I think so. I loved it. I can't see anything where. I think it could be a standalone, honestly. I'm excited to read more of this world. I don't want to put, but anyways, this is an age gap. It's a workplace romance. It's a brother's best friend romance. Billionaire romance is a standalone. Yes. So this book is about Serenity and Archer. So Serenity is she's a painter. She's like a graffiti painter. She has this list where she's created, where she wants to have all of her firsts, right? And so she's been in love with her best friend, but then her best friend starts dating her other friend, and now she's heartbroken, and she just feels like she's had this list for so long, and she wanted to have all of these first with him, but now she's like, okay, I can have it with Archer, because, you know, he's always just been this sweet, kind, very wealthy, powerful kind of guy, and he's off limits, but like, I know he can like get the job done. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yes. And so they have this situationship, and they fall in love, and it's so beautiful. The yearning in this book, oh my goodness. There's a scene where she's walking in the apartment, and her brother is there, so they're still kind of hiding their relationship, and he's like, she walks in, and like my whole world stops, and like I notice every touch. I notice where her eyes are going. I notice every movement that she's making. And I'm just like, oh my god, he's in love. Like, I can turn to any page. Let's turn to any page. Stop. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is one of their texts. She's like, I have a silk pillow that makes my clothes more manageable, and I really shouldn't sleep without it. And he goes, I see. I wish I could have seen your messy hair this morning. I bet you look beautiful. There's this other mystery that's going on in this story. So Archer had a girlfriend. She went missing. Nobody knows who she is. She was friends with Serenity. Like, they were just like a group of friends. So there's also drama with that, and it's just so beautiful. I love it. I really want to reread this book. And then things started to go downhill. Okay, I read Sinners Anonymous. I DNF'd it, and I think I'm okay with DNFing it now because it will be the third time trying to read it. I read it physically one time, and then the second time I listened to it, and then I read it physically again. And I did go a bit further on in this book than I did previously. I read 30% into it, and I just don't get them. I don't understand them. I don't have a liking for them. They're just not my people. I don't fucks with them. Honestly, I don't fucks with them. There's just like, there's this weird town, and it's darkness, and there's cobwebs, and there's spiders, and it's dark, and it feels like it's cold, and I don't like her. She's lying, he's lying, everyone's lying. And you know how I hate liars. You know I hate liars, guys. You know very well. That's why I don't read fake dating. I don't like that shit. It's not for me. It's not for me. It's not. I don't know. I DNF'd it, and I'm finally okay with not reading this book. I know people say the second one is very nice, but no thank you. No thank you. Maybe some other time. There's other books that are on my radar that I feel like I would love, so I'm not going to force myself to read that book. Never. I picked me. Then I did read Broken Whispers. This is book 2. It is part of a series. I think there's like 9 books in it. This book is a mafia romance. It's arranged marriage. So there's disability rep, it's a single dad, and it's a grumpy sunshine. So this book is about Bianca and Mikhail. So Bianca is a ballerina, and Mikhail is an enforcer slash, the enforcer of the Bratva. Okay, so she can hear, but she can't speak. That's the disability rep. She is a former ballerina. She is just retiring when the book starts because she's had an injury to her back, which forces her to, like, she needs to stop, right? And then she gets married to this guy called Mikhail, and yeah, it's a really cute story, and there's nothing much to say about it. I give it 3 stars. It's an okay romance. I could continue on with the series, but I don't have any plans to. I have other books that I really want to read. Not like I'm not going to read this one, but it's 3 stars. It's okay, guys. It's fine. If you want to read a romance, if you want to get into a world of a mafia, I would recommend it. But for now, I'm not going to continue on with the series. I have other books that are on my radar that I feel more excited about, Then I read A Twisted Pawn. It's part of, it's in a reading blog, so I'm not going to say much about it, but I do have a couple of complaints. 4 stars. So this book is by LJ Shen. It's the second book. It's Bad Bishop, then it's Twisted Pawn. This is Attorney's sister, Turney, and Achilles, who is the firstborn. He's a scarred hero. It's a second chance romance. They've been in love when, like, I think they were kids. Yeah, when she moves to New York, and yeah. Oh, it's a war camp. That's what it is. So war camp. I wrote it down. So Turney and Tannen are twins. Okay, they are twins, and yeah, I do have a couple of complaints, but it's not major ones. It's just 4 stars. It's not bad. It's just that, like, I loved Bad Bishop so much, and I loved Tannen so much, and then now it was like a little, not too much of a decrease, but I mean, that Bishop is going to be number one for me. I'm not too excited about the third book. I think it's going to be Enzo. And let me not say who it is because it could be a spoiler for you guys. But I don't know. I'm not excited. I'm excited about the Russian guy from the war camp. That's what I'm excited about. That's the one I want to read. There's a scene in here. It's so hot. Oh my god. It's so hot. There's a scene in here. I want to read that guy's book right now. Right now. Let's postpone that book. Let's read this one. Write this one. That's the one I want to read, right? I'm so excited about him. He could maybe knock Turner off his little pedestal that he's on, that I put him on. And I'm excited. Okay. And then I read Bratva Bride by TJ Maguire. This is the first book in the Bratva series. And it is a mafia. He's a future capo and a Russian daughter of the Khan. And it's a Russian and it's Bratva and mafia coming together. It's an arranged marriage. It's an okay book, 3 stars. I know it gets better. I am going to read the second book, I think this week. I'm excited to read it, but it's an okay book. Yeah, they're okay, guys. It's a typical mafia, not too much. There's no like this groundbreaking love story that I feel for them. So, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. It's okay, 3 stars. And then I read and DNF'd The Night We Met, which is the first book that I have ever DNF'd by Abby Jimenez. Abby is my girl. Mrs. Jimenez, she my girl. It pained me, right? I could go back and read it again. Maybe it's not the time, right? For me and Abby to you know, it's not our time. It's okay. But I was irked by Larry. Irked. Who's calling me? Wait a minute, I think it's manager. Hold on. So if you're gonna call me and then you're gonna be like, do you remember me? I don't. Do you have a name? Like, what happened? Please tell me who you are. Tell me how we met. Tell me what's going on. Cause yeah, I wanna forget things in my mind now. I don't wanna hold on to too much information. Anyways, Larry, she is irking me because I feel like she's gonna be the type of hero that is passive. I don't want a passive heroine. I don't want anyone passive. I don't like reading about those type of people. Like people that just let anything go on into their life and be like, oh well, oh well, you know, oh well, my bad. You know, it is what it is. Fuck that. You are doing that. It's you. It's you. You are allowing the situation to occur. Fuck that. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I will never be a fan of that. Of people who say it is what it is. Oh, it's just life. Oh, what am I gonna do? Fight, bitch. Fight. What are you doing? Fight. Why do I always have to teach you everything? I'm not gonna do that. So Larry, I'm so sorry, girl. Someone else is gonna have to read you because it's not gonna be me. Maybe I could come back because I love Abby Jimenez so much. Abby is my bitch. I love Abby. Every book I've ever read of Abby Jimenez has been 5 stars. So it pains me. But I hate a passive bitch. I'm so sorry. I'm not doing it. So it's DNF for now, right? And then I have, I read Please Don't Go by E. Salvador. So Mariana was reading this book and she was crying. And I read one quote and I was like, what is this? What is this? What is this? And it was perfect. I read it 5 freaking stars. Every time Daniel says to her, I'm so glad you're here. I could cry. He's like, and if I haven't said it today, I'm so happy you're here. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. It's so beautiful. I'm not gonna cry. Get it together. You're not gonna cry on the internet. I'm back. Right, it is a standalone. It's a sports romance. So Josephine is the heroine of the story. She was a swimmer, and now she's like teaching people how to swim. So this is a college romance, and he's a baseball college player, and he's this attractive, hot ass guy who's sweet and kind and caring, but also possessive and protective. And I'm just like, yeah, a golden retriever with a pistol. That's who he is. He's a golden retriever with a pistol, and that is amazing. So hot. And I love Josephine, man. She hates life. She hates life. And I understand. Well, I understood long time ago. Now I'm not at that. I'm not in that mindset anymore. I like being alive. I love who I am. I love where I am, and I love everything about my life. So I don't. But I could relate to feeling that way so much. I just get it. Every emotion that they felt is something, you know. I understand. I understand it very, very deeply, even though some of the things I haven't gone through with things Josephine and stuff, but I understood their loss and their sort of their grieving process, and not understanding why life is the way it is and why this happened to them and how do they move on with their life. And I loved Josephine because sometimes people don't understand that when grief happens, or when you are used to living a certain way of life, which is something I understand very deeply, where you understand, like, there's this scene where Josephine's house, she lives in this big house, it was given to her by her mom, and she kind of kept it this exact same way before her mom passed away. And when Daniel comes around, he notices like there isn't anything, like everything stays the exact same way, and she doesn't get it. Like, it doesn't really click to you when you're used to living a certain way. It's very difficult for you to understand or even think of, okay, I don't have to live like this. I don't have to be like this. Like, I can change things around in the house. I think it's also sort of like an ADHD thing or autistic thing, autism thing. Because sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I'll just like, if I buy a pair of shoes, of really nice shoes, if someone gets me something, I'll just let it sit there. And it's not a thing of like, I don't like it. I like it so much that I don't want to move it. Or I'm not aware of I need to wear it. Or I'm not aware that it doesn't have to be like that. Or I'm not aware of like, I can change this because I don't like it. I just kind of let things simmer, which is like a thing that I'm like really trying to, like, you know, if I like something, I wear it. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. If I don't want to go somewhere, I'm not going to go. Even though I've been going there for however many times I've been going. If I don't want to do something, I don't have to do it. And if this brings me anxiety, I do not have to participate in this. Which, it could be simple for other people, but for someone like me, it was not very simple for me. And then I read Mercer. This is by Gray Huffington. It is a 4th book in the Berkeley Breed series. Yeah. Well, what a mouthful. It's a Black romance. It has mental representation, and there are themes of cheating. Listen to me. This book is great. Okay? Let me walk you into it. Okay. So this book is by Mercer and Valley. I think it's Valley. So she is a world-renowned poet, writer, musician, violinist, and the book starts off with her sort of creating her art, her process of creating art, and then we find out that she's been married for a couple of years, but it's not like she's married anymore. She's married on paper, but she knows that her husband has been with someone, has had multiple affairs, and she is sort of getting into her head of, I don't want to be with this guy anymore, but I also know if I divorce him, I'm going to lose everything that I have, because there was no prenup. And she is sort of like, I don't know, she's like, it's fine, I'll just live my life. If he wants to come home, like, there are times where he doesn't come home for 2 months, or he doesn't come home for a few weeks, or he comes home for a day and then he's gone the other times. And then one day in the story, there's this guy that pops up at her house. She knocks on her door, and I don't know what the hell she was doing, but she was taking time to respond. He walks into the house. He's like, hi, I don't want any problems, but there's something of mine in that backyard. And she's like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh yeah, I used to own this house. I was incarcerated, so I gave this house away, and then my family sold it off, but I buried something in the backyard. It's my money and I want it. And if you don't want any problems, I'm not going to give you any problems. But if you want smoke, yeah, I'm going to give you smoke, right? And then she's like, okay, no, whatever. It's fine. Like, she's like, oh, this guy is hot. Ooh. She's like, this guy's hot. He's going to be in my house for 3 days. Ooh. And he is amazing. He's hot as hell. Ooh, he's so hot. So previously to him being incarcerated, he's a former chef. He's just such a protector and such a provider. He's like an amazing man. He's just like a man. You know what I'm talking about? This is like a man, right? And there's a man. He's a man. You know, he's a man. And he's always there whenever she calls. And he finds out that, okay, she's been married, and then he understands the situation. And he's like, you know what? I understand what you're saying. I'm going to take care of it. And she's like, what do you mean are you going to take care of it? He's like, oh, no, I'm going to take care of it. I'll handle your situation. And does he take care of it? Absolutely. Because I told you, he's a man. He's a man. Right? I love this book. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Grey Huffington is one of my favorite authors of all time. I always say this. I don't think her books are for everyone, unfortunately. She's very long-winded, like Jenna Darling or like Dorette Kimsley. She's very long-winded. She's very into poetry and just describing things in an intricate way. So it could feel like a mouthful for some people, but for me, I love it. I love the mundane way of her talking about grieving and sort of going through this process day by day of like, oh, my heart feels so heavy today, you know, I don't want to do much, but I know something that can make me feel so better, and I could take a shower and, you know, have all my favorite products, and sort of this whole process of taking care of yourself, which for some people, I understand it's not something that they want to read, and it's just annoying to them, but for me, it's very comforting. I love her books. Whenever I'm in a reading slump, I read a Grey Huffington because I know I'm going to get everything that I need. I'm going to get comfort. I'm going to get great sex scenes. I'm going to get great dialogue. I'm going to get just this atmospheric and this found family experience, and just this thing of, I'm home. This is my home, and this is what I do when I'm at home. And I love her books because of that. And then I read the Davenports. Yes. Then I read the Davenports. No, I read something else. I'll talk about that later. I read the Davenports by Krystal Marquis. This is the second book in the More Than This series. It's a duet, actually, my bad. It's a duet. It follows 4 girls. It's set in 1619. It is a Gilded Age romance. We have Olivia, we have Helen, we have Amy Rose, and we have Ruby. It's the continuation of their stories and their loves. And yeah, I loved it. This was the first book, the Davenports, and I loved it so much. And yeah, then I did DNF this book. Before I read Mercer, actually, I DNF this book, Heartless Beloved by Lola King. Simple reason, because I do not want to read about the hero in the story assaulting the hero in the story and her being okay with it. Like, there's no one that thinks like that. Like, I understand the process of reading, and I understand dark romance more than most people, honestly, but there's no way in where this is the reality. And I understand, you know, reading is not reality, but this is not real. Like, this is bullshit, and this is a bullshit I do not want to read. And it's not a dark romance. It's not any, there's nothing love. There's no love here. There's nothing about love in here, right? And, you know, that's what I think. And that's what I'm going to keep thinking about this book. And sorry to everyone that loves this book. I'm very happy that you loved it. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Oh boy, whatever pronoun you use, honestly. And then I read Handsome Devil by LJ Shen. I love this book. Tate Blackthorne. Yes. Does he beat Turner? No. yet. So close, but so far. Okay, this is a workplace romance, age gap. It's interracial. It's a forced marriage. Marriage of convenience, right? Sort of. It's like both ways. See if you're still on. Okay, I think I didn't really like this romance that much because of Gia. For some reason, she annoyed me. I don't know what it was, but or is it because I didn't relate to her? But there's a lot of heroines that I don't relate to, but I could still find, I don't know. She just wasn't my girl. Unfortunately, she wasn't my girl. And 4 stars, it's okay. It could have been 5 stars if I actually liked. I liked him as well, but I don't know. I feel like I had, I don't know, man. It was just a lot. It wasn't something that just made me go, yes, I like her. You know what I mean? Yeah. I felt like not only was she wishy-washy, but you know how an author sometimes writes a hero or heroine where it's supposedly supposed to be like the perfect hero. She's supposed to be this perfect heroine, sort of, but it just didn't land for me. It didn't land. You know, it landed somewhere, but it was not in my yard. Yeah. And then I read Midnight Sun. I have a reading vlog that I'm gonna take out next week for this book. Loved it. A Midnight Sun. Yes, I fell in love with Bella. Like the way Edward loved Bella, I was in love with Bella. I found myself being in love with Bella as well. And it was like the time. There's always a time in the year where I'm just like highly obsessed with Twilight. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Please argue with your ancestors if you can find them. You know what I mean? Don't come at here telling me that you don't like Twilight because of what. Because then I'm gonna come for you, okay? If you don't come for me, I won't do anything to you. I promise you. But if you come for me or the things that I love, well, good luck to you. Okay. Then I forgot a couple of books. I did. Oh yeah, Bittersweet Memories by Catharina Maura. I DNF'd that book because she kept calling her little girl, and I'm like, you expect me to love this book, and he keeps calling her little girl? No ways. That's not the shit I like. I like a lot of dark and twisted things, but that, I don't know. I can't fucks with that book. No siree. No siree. I can't do it, and I won't do it. I know there's another book that I DNF'd. Honestly, I can't remember. I forgot some books. Okay, I skipped 2 pages. Never mind. This is another book that I DNF'd. Sort of the same reason why he kept calling her little girl. I'm like, this is the woman you're supposed to be in love with, but then you keep calling her little girl and you keep referring to her in this childlike teenage way, and I'm just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, guys. Like, I don't know why authors are stuck on this, having a heroine who's 18 and he's like 35. Like that I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that. Time has come and gone where I thought it was okay, like it doesn't matter anymore. But I'm 28 years old, and I would never look at an 18-year-old like that. I would never. Like, that's insanity, right? So I think as time goes on, people's readings taste evolve, and that's okay. Like, I don't shame the years of me liking that, because that was totally fine for me. Like, I was like 21, 22, 19, liking, like, oh, he's like this 34-year-old millionaire, cool, right? But now I'm like, no, absolutely not. And sometimes I can deal with it. Like the Bad Bishop, I could deal with it because he was not referring to her as that. He saw her as not only as a woman, but he saw her as his equal. He saw her as someone that is sort of like above. He's like, she's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. She's so much smarter, she's kinder, like she's everything. And he was never referring to her as, oh, she's this little girl that needs to be protected. Oh my god. Like I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, you can think it, right? But don't keep referring it, because now it makes it feel like it's like, it's like Megan's Law. Like, no ma'am. Okay? So yeah, DNF for me. The Kiss Thief by LJ Shen. If I didn't talk about that book before. Okay, and then, oh, my fridge is really loud. Weird. Then one of my favorite books, it's a duet. It by Takerra. It's called Devout. So it's a black romance, it's a mafia romance, it's a college, it's set in college, and it's an age gap. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it's a good book. Okay, so he meets her. His name is Danny. His name is Danny, but some refer to him as D-Rock, but his name is Danny. She calls him Danny. Her name is Nika. They meet when she's like 19 and he's 27. Okay, that, and I'll tell you, there's a difference in that in Kiss Thief, and there's a difference in Devout, right? There's a big difference. Okay, so Nika is this heroine who has fallen in love, or meets this guy. She falls in love with him because she sees him as, this is the greatest man I've ever known, and not only that, but I am the greatest version of myself when I am with him. And I think you could be like, okay, it's kind of active where I'm saying I'm not going to read like an 18-year-old and a 35-year-old, but if you read this book, you would understand, because the emotions that she goes through, he does not even see her as a kid. He sees her as she's a grown-ass woman who's capable of making her own decisions, and I trust her, and I do not see her as this weakling, and I'm not referring to her as a girl. Like, you see when you keep referring to someone as a young child, now I'm forced to see them as that, and that I can't deal with that. I don't like that. That's not my shit. I'm sorry. I don't like people that are young. It's not for me. Give me a big dog. Give me a 45-year-old right now. That's my shit. That's what I like. Okay, and they meet. He's like obsessed with her day one. Oh, did I forget to mention it's a mental representation? It has a mental representation. And he meets her, he falls in love. They go through so much. My heart was put in a grater. Do you know a grater? Do you know that thing that I put an image of it? Yeah, I don't know what you call it. It's like a cutter or something like that. My heart throughout this book, it was in shambles. I went through every emotion that any human has. Every emotion. I was not okay. Like, I'm not okay, like I'm gonna cry. I thought, like, not even crying could help me in that situation when I was reading this book. Like, it hurt. It hurt me. I was in pain. And I'm just like, wow. Just two people so in love with each other. They are devoted to one another. And honestly, this is why I read books. Just this whole feeling of I am yours, you are mine, we are each other's. And I love this book so much. Everything about it. Danny is my type. He is perfection. He is so smart, and he's guarded in a way where other people are pretty intimidated by him, but if you know him and you are close to him, you know there is no greater person in the world, and that's Danny. And Nika is just this really loyal, really kind, observant, very like, she's just this really strong. And I don't like referring to Black women as being strong, because it feels like they are meant to go through all this bullshit, but I don't like referring to that, but mentally she's very, very strong. And I love that she was able to make so many mistakes, but like learn from them and see, like, she's a person, she's like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but she's still gonna do it. And it's so frustrating because it's like, girl, you know you're not supposed to be doing this. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this right now? Why? I don't understand. And she gave me so much stress. I was stressed out. Ooh. This book is fantastic. If you want real love stories, read this woman. Read Devout. I read both books back to back. And yeah, I think that is it right now. Yeah, those are all the books that I read for, I think it's March, April, May. Yeah, March, April, May. It wasn't a lot. I think that's also one of the reasons why I didn't want to do monthly reading wrap-ups, because I was reading like 6 to 7 books in a month, which is, it's not a lot for me considering I read mostly 15 books in a month. So yeah, anyways, that is all. I think I could have forgotten some books actually. Those are books that I've DNF'd though, definitely. I'll just add that on my Goodreads. I don't really have the time, energy, or willingness to talk about them. If I've forgotten you, I've forgotten you at this point. Damn, what am I gonna do about it? Absolutely nothing. I don't plan on doing anything. Yeah guys, that is all that I have for today. The sun is like blue. I don't know what the hell's going on. The sun is like right here. That is all I have for today's video. And let me know what your favorite book or your favorite book so far of the year is. And yeah, let me love you and leave you guys. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye.